Welcome to my Atari ST nostalgia trip, and welcome to the next video in my Bracy Weather Bitmap Brothers tour, this time with Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe. And Brutal Deluxe actually is the name of your team that unfortunately does not live up to its name in any way, and it is up to you to turn them back into champions again. And of course, as you all know from my previous video, after Xenon, I found Xenon 2 to be a very disappointing game. And my biggest fear for this game was that by adding a bunch of new stuff, the game actually might suffer in the same way that Xenon 2 did. So is that the case? I can't remember, and I didn't also play this game a lot when I was a kid, to be honest, because I'm just not very into these future sport games and I'm not very good at it. So I guess we just have to find out by starting the game up and just seeing if this game is really as good as everybody remembers it. So let's have a go. So here we are after watching the wonderful rendition of the box art of this hard drive version of this game. And the game is loading, introducing itself, and it seems to be quite quiet, but that's about to change, because here we have a very polished intro screen with a very nice, some very nice graphics, with some digital music that has been done quite well. And we are also sort of treated by the backstory of the game, where everything went really corrupt in Speedball with violence, etc. The backstory doesn't make any sense. It's also not very relevant for the game, doesn't matter. And of course the music coding in this game was not done by David Whittaker, but by Richard Joseph, who also did music coding for the other Bitmap Brothers games like Magic Pockets and Gods. But yeah, basically Speedball has become corrupt and it was a big fiasco, and now we are in the year 2100. So this is still 90 years prior to the Future Sports in Pro Soccer 2190, which is an awful game. And that was actually published in the same year as this one, or even a year after it. It's just incredibly bad compared to this. So Speedball 2 is born, and why they would call the sport Speedball 2, I don't know. But now a new team emerges, and I think this is your team, called Brutal Deluxe. Yeah, and we'll go through a lot of credits, and I'll just press the fire button so it will start loading the rest of the game, because we don't need to see all the credits. But I must say, yeah, the intro to this game, the intro to Speedball 1 is really good, with one of the best chiptune tunes ever, at least as far as I'm concerned. But this one, yeah, and I can choose a demo game, I can replay some goals that were scored. Of course, this game supports two-player game, which is really cool. But I'm going for a one-player game, and we will start a knockout game, and I am almost certainly going to lose, because I haven't played this game in 3 decades. And back then I already sucked at this type of game, so nothing has changed. So again, apologies in advance for my very poor and super embarrassing gameplay. But the big question is, in Speedball 1 my gameplay was bad, but I still enjoyed it, and I'm hoping I will have the same experience here. So we will start a knockout game, and it will be Brutal Deluxe against a team called Revolver. And yeah, there's lots of points. This game has a bit more depth, so you get lots of statistics. And first of all, we are in the gym, and we can sort of we can get some different items that we can buy for our team if we have enough cash. We can also choose all, like just give them everything. I don't know if this is the right tactic, but at least it's a bit faster. And I think I can escape. And we are in the game, and as we can already see, the game, the playfield is actually bigger, and it's not only scrolling vertically but also horizontally. And I have to... And despite the game field being bigger and the team also being bigger, it's actually... Oh, No, don't. Shh. It's so difficult to talk and see where the ball is. I'm struggling to see where the ball... Oh, and it bounces off those things really hard. And now I'm... Oh, I accidentally gave it to the opponent. Arr. That's better. Ah. Oh, this game is so fast. I forgot how fast. In my memory, Speedball 2 is a bit slower than Speedball 1, but apparently it isn't. Ah. Was that an own goal? I can't even remember. No, I didn't. Yeah, and what you see there is one of these sort of extra elements to the gameplay. And I gave the ball right to an opponent. You have like these stars in it. Damn it. You have these stars on the side and these ramps that you can throw, and they are sort of bonus and score multipliers. So it's really hard to keep track of the scoring in this game. Where am I? Ah, this is so fast. I can't explain this game while playing it, and it's already half time. So the games are actually pretty short. They're 2 times 90 seconds. And I have 0 points, and I was walking the wrong way because other than Speedball 1, where you always play from down to up, here actually you change sides. So I'm playing down now. Man, come on, I want to score at least 1 goal. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of extra movement in the game. Oh. There's a lot of extra movement in the game with more players, bigger fields, and there's lots of more different action. Yeah, sometimes. I scored a goal. Sometimes it helps just to walk zigzagging away. But it takes some time to get used to the quite clunky controls, because we have to work with one fire button. So they made the controls so you like there's a difference between a long press and a short press of the fire button. Yeah, and it takes some getting used to. It comes up a bit clunkily, but to be honest, and that was probably the wrong side. There were some stars there. Exactly. I was throwing at the wrong stars, which is my score multiplier. And oh, come on. Yeah, that was a big tackle. Of course, now my goal is empty. Ooh, that other guy was faster than I was. Oh, match over. Well, score 10-61. That is a loss. And I was going to explain a lot more about the game. And yeah, when you lose, you're very disappointed. I suck at this game, which I do apologize for. But yeah, the teams in the field are bigger, which means more movement in the game. And that's probably why the ST version does not have digital sound effects. And the field also has a bit less detail and is a bit more repetitive than the Amiga version. And it's probably due to accommodate some scrolling tricks they wanted to do. But I must say, right off the bat, I can tell that despite the additions in this game, it plays about just as smooth as Speedball 1, which is quite an achievement. And of course, my achievement is also the same. I really lost. I think I scored once, and I got some multipliers to make 10 points, but it was a disappointing game. Let's have another go. Because I'm kind of, yeah, and I'm just going to give them all armor again. I don't know if this is the right tactic, but I don't want to be busy with... But yeah, I don't have any practice. And also, if you hold down the joystick before the ball hits the ground, your player doesn't start moving. So I really have to wait until the ball is in the ground, and then you can move, which I actually find really annoying. So yeah, there is some disappointment in the game. And of course, you can also get bonus by injuring your opponent's players, which I haven't been successful in yet. But Oh God! And the game just decided to change the player that I'm controlling with my joystick. So suddenly it was, that one was going the wrong way, and that's... Yeah, and I'm so busy trying to find out where I also forget to get my upgrades. And that's, I think that's the only really annoyance I have with this game. It is so difficult to play right from the bat. And it takes a lot of, I mean, probably if you have more practice, it's going to be a lot more fun. But, oh, come on! Let's throw it really far into the field. What? Where am I? Oh. And I'm constantly searching which player I'm actually controlling, and that's just... So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this game, but I have to admit, objectively, it is a really, really well-programmed game. I mean, I have to admit that. So I can see why so many people really enjoy it for such a long time. I must admit, I'm actually getting a bit annoyed by the game. And that's mainly because of the controls that just come off a bit too clunky. And even if it's because, yeah, I mean, they didn't decide that there was only... At least I scored a goal by just zigzagging around the field and throwing the ball while I was about a centimeter away. That was not very good. What? Oh, that guy tackled me, come on. And then of course I sent my goalie the wrong way because I was still looking at my defender. I did not want to throw it. I wanted to throw it at the star for the bonus multiplier score thingy. Oh! No, that was not very good. I wanted to tackle the player before he could throw to the goal. Which means I left the goal empty. Oh, come on! And again, I was too late in... Oh, I can't even get one of the multipliers. That's just really annoying. I'm always just a little bit too late. So I guess that's... Oh, I wanted to throw the ball before he could tackle me. At least I scored a goal. But I'm still so far behind. This game is so difficult to play. Yeah, what is really missing is I have no indication where my other players are. Oh, I wanted to throw it in the bonus thingy, and again I was too late. Yeah, you really need so much extra practice to get anywhere in this game, to get hold of the controls, because it's just too much, and I'm just panicking. And that's a bit disappointing. And yeah, of course, next to knockout, you can go for a league or a cup game, which means yeah, you can be a team manager, you can start a new game, and you have a lot more management options because you can see now you can do lots of stuff with your team. And I'm not going to bother with you with this because I have no idea what I'm doing. But if you want to have an extra bit of depth in the game, and this actually does give a lot more depth in the game because you really need to upgrade your teams and players the right way to become the champions that you want them to be. But yeah, for me that's just a bit too difficult, so it's also going to take a long time getting the thing. But it's nice that I actually made these additions inside the game, and I do apologize again for my very, very poor gameplay. It's just, even if I got a bit angry, I was still enjoying it quite a lot, and that's the same in Speedball 1, and that bit of gameplay magic actually found its way into this game as well. Which means, whether you like it or not, this is a good game. I mean, it brings extras compared to its predecessor, and it brings a bit more depth. It's technologically a bit more advanced, and oh man, this must be fun to play in two-player mode. It's going to be fantastic. So, this begs the question, which one is better? Is it Speedball 1 or Speedball 2? And I would say that question is actually irrelevant because they are both great games in their own right. And if you want the full package, including managing your team and a bit more work on the strategy and tactics, I would say go for Speedball 2. If you don't want to deal with all that and just are hungry for some uncomplicated fast-paced action, you might actually want to go for Speedball 1 because it's a bit simpler, it has slightly better sound effects, and yeah, at the same time I would say in any retro party, I would just say have a go at both of them. Go for Speedball 1 first, and of course do it in multiplayer, and then have a go at Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe for some extra bit of action, some extra complications. Yeah, because it's going to be a great party. And having said that, I would like to thank you for watching.